key assets that the military deem as a necessity for the war fighting capability. So we have a mixture of both bomb detection. Can you shut that door for me? Yeah, sure. Sorry. We have a mixture of both bomb sniffing dogs and narcotic sniffing dogs, and all these dogs here are capable to bite. A little difference between our dogs and dogs you may see in the civilian side or the agencies or any French ring sport, any competition style, is our dogs bite and hold, where other agencies, once they bite and that suspect is subdued or gives up, then that dog will release the bite.
Come back over here, please.
No, you already talked to me.
Sir, come back over here. He's a dog.
He's going to refuse to come forward and talk to us. He's a scary dog. That's the only time that dog will release a bite on the command of the vehicle. So, Sergeant Clark right now is going to go ahead and execute once he's subdued the suspect. He's going to decide to search him. And one cool thing about our dogs are able to...
Do you understand?
Yes! So Sergeant Chappelle is going to decide that he still doesn't want to listen. And he's going to probably push, punch, do something to Sergeant Clark, and that dog is going to protect Sergeant Clark. Get off! Ah! Ah!
I'm drunk.
That's pretty good.
Stand up. Obviously, you do not understand. You're not making this aggressive moves with my dog.
The last phase we'll actually go into is, unlike a gun, once you pull a gun, that bullet can never be multiple gun. Well, that's why a dog is considered a less lethal force. Send that dog out to get the bite. And any safety rises, say there's a flow of traffic in the street or that suspect takes
Yep.
Alright, Sergeant, come back over here.
I don't want your dog to bite me again.
Sir, come over here.
No.
Come on. Out. Sit.
Alright. The square, or the box D, we had letter designations assigned to different bomb groups during World War II, and it helped so you could tell which airplanes were in your formation during large bomb raids. The D was assigned to the 100th Bomb Group. That's where we get our heritage from. And we still have the box D on our airplanes. We're the only unit in the U.S. Air Force allowed to honor our World War II heritage. The 100th Bomb Group, also known as the Bloody 100th, was given to us by the other bomb groups because the first couple of missions that we had, we lost a lot of airplanes. 7 to 15 aircraft were lost during one mission, while other groups only had 2 to 3 aircraft lost. Towards the end of the war, the numbers evened out to about the same through all the other bomb groups, just because we had such a bad start. We were nicknamed the Bloody 100th. Currently today, We are part of the 100th Air Fueling Wing. It's composed of the 351st Air Fueling Squadron and the 100th Operations Support Squadron. Mission is to provide air fueling, airlift, base operations, and mission support for USAFE, United States Air Forces Europe, UCOM, and AFRICOM. And what we are here for? Passing gas. A little bit of our tanker's impact here. We make limited range aircraft, theater-wide assets. And we frequently provide air fueling to Germany, Belgium, Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, and much more. Alright, so this is a picture of fighter aircraft in Aviano, Germany, and up at Lakenheath. And that's their radius without any air fueling. Not too big, only a couple of countries in Europe. The C-130s we have here, that's their radius without air fueling. But once you add us into the mix, all these aircraft are able to go pretty much anywhere they want. We can extend their mission farther. Alright, the KC-135 Stratotanker, built by Boeing specifically to refuel the B-52, replace the KC-97 Stratocruiser. First production of it was in 1956, entering service in 1957, and the last KC-135 to be delivered was 1965. So our plane is almost 60 years old, and we're still flying it. It's very reliable, but once you go out and see it, you'll be able to see it's a pretty old airplane. Here's a couple of little specs that we have for the airplane. We can fly up to 50,000 feet. We can carry up to 200,000 pounds of gas. Max cargo is 77,000 pounds, floor loaded, or 36,000 pounds palletized. Max speed 610 miles an hour. With no air fueling, we can be in the air for up to 20 hours. When we offload, we're capable of offloading up to 6,700 pounds per minute. So pretty quick. And the cost of the 135 is $93 million. Just a quick picture of where the fuel is kept on the airplane. We have 10 fuel tanks throughout the airplane, in the wings, and then in the body of the fuselage as well. And we're able to transfer gas and burn gas and offload gas from any of these tanks. Alright, the crew that normally flies the 135, 3 people. We got a pilot and a co-pilot, then we have a boom operator. We can also use a navigator. Those are going away. We used to use them all the time, but they're only for special operations missions. So generally it'll be a 3-person crew, but it can be up to 4. Here's a little picture of all the different air fueling tracks that we have over here in Europe. As you can see, just a lot off the coast of England, Germany, down to Italy. So we can go pretty much anywhere in the fuel. Air fueling can be accomplished during day or night. We have the boom or the drogue system, which we'll talk about in a little more detail soon. And then each receiver has a different speed that we can air fuel at. So let's say the F-15s, the fighters, we can refuel at 315 knots. But the A-10, a much slower airplane, we have to slow all the way down to 220 knots, which is pretty slow. Here's a couple pictures of just the cargo and tanker aircraft that we can refuel, as well as different command and control aircraft. Bombers, and fighters. As you can see, we can refuel numerous different types of airplanes, especially with the boom and the drogue attachment. Here's another little video of some air fueling.
How often do you fly these with cargo on?
With cargo, it